You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast. My name's Mark Hunter. It's Monday morning, 8 a.m. Central Time. Let's talk about selling with integrity. Hey, that's a word we throw around easy, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to unpack it in a completely different way because let me tell you something. Integrity is more important than ever because let's ask ourselves, what are the results that you're getting? Whether it be prospecting or selling. Maybe I should ask, are you satisfied with the results you're getting? I'm going to unpack this because the world's changed and we didn't get the memo.
You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast with Mark Hunter, where the focus is to help you as a sales leader sell with confidence and integrity. And now here's your host.
I've heard from more salespeople saying that the results they're getting are just not there. They are sending out more emails, more messages, more of everything, and the results are just not there. And I question this because we got more tools than ever. We got AI at our disposal. We have so many things yet. Why is it that the results are less? And every year, the results tick down, and yet we have more tools than ever. Here's what it comes down to. The customer is tired. They're tired. We, the sales community, have burned out the customer. We've burned them out because we have thrown everything at them, from the kitchen sink to the toolbox to AI to everything else. And let me tell you something. The customer is exhausted. The customer has said, I don't want to hear from you. I want to go about my buying process on my own because I don't trust you. Okay, if we intend to be successful, it means we got to change the game. We have to change the game. And this is why I firmly believe that in the world of yin, we have to do the yang. We have to be just the opposite of what the sales community is doing, and we have to embrace integrity. Now, there's 4 elements of integrity, and I'm going to put a different spin on these than you've ever heard before, because I'll tell you what, integrity is not what you think it is. It's not what we think it is. No. You see, integrity is about doing the right things. Okay, we've all heard that before, yada, yada, yada. That doesn't mean anything, but what does that really mean? What it means is this. There are 4 elements. It's transparency, it's authentic relationships, it's serving others, and it's the truth. But here's where I'm going to get really in your face. It begins with you, begins with me. You see, transparency. Are we truly transparent with ourselves? Are we truly transparent? And in fact, I bookend transparency and truth. And I do that intentionally because too many of us have pipelines that are not truthful. We are making assumptions with customers because we don't have transparent relationships with customers. So we don't have the right information. So as a result of not having the right information, we make assumptions. You see, so many things of what we do when it comes to integrity begins with ourselves. I'm going to challenge you to take your pipeline, take your CRM system, and have a real heart-to-heart conversation with yourself. What's real? What isn't real? Because I'll tell you what, there's a lot more fakeity in there than you ever realize. You got to be authentic with those you come in contact with. Because if you're not authentic with those who you come in contact with, how will you have the right information? Oh, you see, yeah, authenticity is part of transparency. And to get that, I've got to serve. You see, you take these 4 elements, you take transparency, authentic relationships, serving, and truth, and they really become an intersection. They all overlay on top of one another. Now, you're sitting there saying, Mark, you're giving me some interesting information, but it's fluff. How do I use this? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at your CRM system, and I want you to look at your calendar over the next couple of weeks. And I want you to ask yourself, where are those deals really at? What stage are they really at? Be absolutely genuine with yourself. Be truthful. Don't blow smoke. Don't sit there and be the optimist. And hey, you're preaching the choir here because I'm the eternal optimist. But you got to be real and realize that, is it really going to happen? And what am I missing? What am I missing? And what I'm missing on any given deal is transparency. Transparency on the part of the customer, but it begins with ourselves. You see, authentic relationships, it's what we want with customers, but it begins with ourselves. Serving others is certainly something we want to applaud, certainly something we want to do, but it begins with ourselves. True, same thing. See, here's the situation. Look at your current customers. Look at your current customers and ask yourself, who are your favorite customers? They are undoubtedly customers who demonstrate integrity. I'm sure they demonstrate integrity. That's why you gravitate towards them. Now stop and ask yourself this question. Think about your customers. Who are the salespeople that your customers want to deal with? They want to deal with salespeople who have integrity. You see, the two literally overlap. Just as these four elements, these four traits I shared overlap with each other, intersect with each other, so too does the integrity-centered customer and the integrity-centered salesperson. There's a reason why I wrote the book that's coming out very shortly, Integrity First Selling. It's to really dive into this very core subject, this very core issue. Because my firm belief is this: sales and the marketplace is only going to get noisier and noisier because of AI. Now, here's the other challenge with this, because AI has the ability to bring us a tremendous amount of knowledge, which is great. But knowledge in and of itself isn't good enough. Knowledge by itself is really democratized because of AI, because anybody can get any kind of knowledge that they want. You see, if I want to be seen as an authority, if I want to be seen as an authoritative expert, and that's how it's going to be if I want to be successful in sales, I have to have the knowledge. Okay, but that's table stakes. I have to overlay integrity on top of it. Because otherwise what happens is the customer makes the decision based on knowledge and knowledge alone. And there are more options out there than ever for any customer with which to make a decision with. I mean, there's so many sources of information and so many sources of solutions that they could buy. Back yourself up. Back the bus up. And ask yourself, if I've got the knowledge, do I have the authority? And the authority is only created because of the level of integrity. Now, there's false authority because I've got it. I've got something that nobody else has. Yeah, okay, but that's fake authority. I'm talking about genuine authority, long-lasting authority, because the other piece when it comes to integrity, selling and selling with integrity, is there is no such thing as a transaction. There is no such thing. And I want you to eliminate that from your vocabulary now. There's no such thing as a transaction. Because every engagement, every conversation leads to something else, leads to the next conversation, leads to the next opportunity. This is why I say we don't close sales, but we open relationships. My whole goal, my whole purpose, my whole objective is to do one thing. And that is to help the customer see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. But in order for me to do that, I've got to be seen as a person of integrity. Integrity is something you do not practice externally until you first practice it internally. And I'm going to ask you this question. How truthful are you with your opportunities, with your leads, with your prospects? How truthful are you with your ICP? How truthful are you with how you manage your time? How truthful? Oh, you see, and to do that, you got to become transparent. Because I'm also going to argue this. that the level of lost opportunities is greater than it's ever been. The level of lost opportunities is greater than it's ever been because we're not connecting with the customer. And the customer is choosing not to connect with us because they do not see us as being a person of integrity. I unpack this a lot in my book, Integrity First Selling. You'll see it very shortly out there. And I want you to read it. I want you to dive into it. Hey, my name's Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Each week we deliver 2 episodes, one like this where we do a deep dive on Monday mornings. Here it is, the end of the year. Because again, we always keep selling. Second episode is on Thursdays where we do a deep dive with a subject matter expert. It's all about providing you with insights and strategies to help you sell more effectively. My name's Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Do me a favor, leave me a review, comment on your favorite podcast app, would you? And hey, if I can be part of your sales kickoff meeting for next year, yell. My new keynote around Integrity First Selling is a game changer. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Great selling.